Hello people, welcome. My name is Fee and today I'm back with another Redstone tutorial. Previously we have built a portcullis for a castle, as you can see behind me. And I thought, why not build a drawbridge to fit with this? And this is the drawbridge I came up with. And as you may know, drawbridges are fairly difficult to build in Minecraft. But I'm very proud to say that I actually managed to do it. May not be perfect, but I'm very happy with the results. So let me show you how it works. Just push the button and there it goes. May not be as pretty as you might want it, but I guess it's doable. You have this very big hole, might want to fill it in with some more furnaces or something, and this you really can't do anything about. You do have these two blocks you can replace with anything you want basically, and you can push this button over here and it goes back to being closed and you can just walk right over it. This is it in just the bare bones basically, and let's get to building it. So when you're going to build this drawbridge, you're first gonna need a 24 by 5 hole, and you're going to wanna lay out these markers over here. These two are basically the banks of the where the water goes, so these two walls over here, and this side is going to be over here, so keep that in mind. This is about the space that you're going to need on one side of the water, and this is the space you're going to need on the other side of the water. First of all, you're going to want to build these bumpers with immovable blocks like obsidian or node blocks or furnaces, I don't know. And then the flying machine, which this basically is, cannot escape your machine. Then you're gonna want to make sure that no slime blocks can stick to the walls, so either line this with immovable blocks or just leave them open. And this is still just going to be your water. It's going to go over here, so there's going to be air over there. You don't need to keep that in mind. And then we're going to do the trigger system to let the bridge move in this direction. And first of all, we're going to have 3 immovable blocks over here with detectors underneath them, and then have some redstone underneath those, like that, and a repeater like that, and we go down underneath the water. How deep you have to go depends on how deep you make the water. I went a little deep that time. Wasn't really necessary. You just go underneath the water to the other side of the bank, like that, and come up over here. Oop. Yep. And before you do that, I want to fill in the redstone, and halfway through approximately you're going to want a detector and then some redstone running right there. Oh, keep messing that up. Nope. There we go. Alright. I'll come up in the middle like that. Fill this in. Make sure that's all filled in so no water can go in there. And then right above the marker for the bank, you're gonna want a row of movable blocks like that, and then we are going to have some redstone go into those blocks like so. It's not necessary there. Alright, and that's the first trigger system. So you just have to hook this all up and then have a button or a lever over here. Doesn't really matter. The lever, it will trigger once, which you will see when I put some stuff that reacts to redstone. Lever will trigger once both, as you can see, and with a button, because it turns on the signal and then off, it will trigger twice. See, because it turns on, it detects that, and when it turns off, it detects it too. That doesn't really matter, so you can use either lever or a button, whatever you prefer. Then we move on to the second one, which makes bridge close, basically. And for that we are going to go 3 blocks from the first marker. For furnaces, right? Movable blocks like that. And then detectors, like that. Redstone underneath. The repeater on 4, and then we have a hopper over here, and so redstone running into that with a detector on top of it, and we are going to detect this hopper locking. So when we lock this hopper, the detector will detect that, as you can see, and that will send a signal. You can also use other things that react to redstone and update, like a piston for instance, but those make noise, so I think hoppers are the best option. And then we have an immovable block over there, and over there. And we go over here, some redstone like that. And that's your second trigger system. So just hook up this system, this up to a button. We have here nothing, right? Lever over there, and then we are done with the triggers. So let's move on to the actual bridge. So the actual bridge is actually very easy to build. You just have to make sure that it doesn't take off on you, because it is a flying machine and the observers sometimes trigger when you, well, they always trigger when you place them down, and sometimes that will cause the machine to take off somewhere. So be careful. First of all, you're going to have an L like that, L shape with slime blocks, and then 2 blocks over there. It doesn't really matter what kind of blocks those are. Then we have 3 detectors like that, and sticky pistons like that, and slime blocks like that. Then we have a sticky piston facing the other way on both sides. Then slime blocks over there, block in the middle. This will be your bridge block, your bridge material. And then we have more bridge material in the middle, and 2 observer blocks facing in this direction. And then we're just going to fill this up with your bridge. This is basically the middle part. You have a 3x3 of just your bridge material, and then you have these 3 sticking out like that. And then we have our observer blocks like that, sticky pistons in that direction, slime blocks like that, and bridge material in the middle. We're just going to copy this over on this side, and just going to have our, let's see, slime blocks like that, iron blocks like that, and then over here you're going to have 2 blocks. Doesn't matter which ones those are, what kind of blocks those are, but you're going to see those when the bridge is open, so keep that in mind. And then we have 3 observer blocks like that, and 3 sticky pistons like that, and that is your bridge. Let's test it out. Gonna push the button over here, and it does absolutely nothing. So I must have done something wrong. What? Oh, might wanna hook that up. There we go. Just flies on over right above the place where you have water, and you just fill up the walls like that. You're gonna want to have some immovable blocks over here so nothing sticks to it. Already had those over there. Fill this in, and you have your bridge. Let's test the other side. There's a lever, and goes back into place, just as we want it. So yeah, that's about it. As far as making it look pretty, it's very difficult actually, because you're gonna want some slabs over here, but these have to be blocks that you cannot move. I tried using daylight sensors, which are not actually slabs, so you can't walk up these. And when these are in the sunlight, when it's on day mode, they actually power the pistons in the bridge. So when you use these, I recommend setting them to night mode, so you can use them during the day, but you cannot use them during the night unless you turn them to day mode when it's nighttime. And then have some kind of lamp over there, and when it's powered, when you see a light coming from that lamp, you know you shouldn't use the bridge. Let's see, what do I have to tell you more? When you want to hook it up to the portcullis we did previously, you're gonna have your back row of immovable blocks, this one over here. You're actually gonna have that inside the system of the portcullis, just this row over here, which I might be able to show you over here, is, I think, this row over here. You're just gonna replace that with your immovable blocks, and it will just sit against that, and will not mess with either this system or this system. Will do just fine. You can maybe copy over the design I did over here if you want. Other than that, I guess I could show you this. This is one of my early tries at making one of these. Yeah, other than that, I think we're done here. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions about this, make sure to contact me. Send in your own ideas. Make sure to leave any suggestions for future projects, and I will see you guys later.